Sergio Perez's new deal means Red Bull has passed over Carlos Sainz, leaving him to consider midfield alternatives for his post-Ferrari career, with a decision expected to be made soon. But has it already been leaked where Sainz's future lays? Since learning that he would lose his Ferrari seat to Lewis Hamilton at the end of 2024, Sainz has been waiting to see whether the wild driver market would shift in his favour, particularly at Red Bull, given reports of a probable Max Verstappen exit and a recent drop in Perez's form. Even though it was recently confirmed that Verstappen will remain in place until at least 2025, it was anticipated that Perez's slide over the previous 3 races would enable Red Bull understand it needed a better teammate for its world champion. Unfortunately for Sainz, the competitive landscape does not outweigh Red Bull's concerns about the difficulties that occurred when he was teammates with Verstappen at Toro Rosso. Regardless of how well Sainz and Verstappen got along, Red Bull does not want their dads to be together again, because that is where the fundamental Toro Rosso difficulties came. It also doesn't help that Sainz is quick enough to make things a bit difficult for Verstappen, which Red Bull is unlikely to confess publicly. Or is it just the market value and sponsorship money Perez is bringing in for Red Bull? We'll never know. What do you think? Why did Red Bull retain Perez? Red Bull's no comes as Mercedes has also stopped being a feasible alternative. Mercedes is eager to move its young Formula 2 prodigy Kimi Antonelli directly into the works team next season, and because Antonelli is under contract, Mercedes does not need to rush this decision. This could mean waiting until later in the year to commit, and since Sainz's fallback options are highly likely to have vanished by then, he is unwilling to wait that long to find out if Mercedes has a place for him, especially since it would most likely only want or need him on a short-term basis. So, with Red Bull choosing against Sainz and Mercedes essentially putting themselves out of the equation, the risk has not paid off, and Sainz must now choose between 2 choices with significant consequences for his F1 career, since a step backwards appears unavoidable. Sainz said in Monaco that things might move fast if he understood what he wanted, which is most likely a reference to the lucrative contract offers from Audi and Williams. They are the 2 teams Sainz is said to be deciding between, with the matter as easy as waiting to make certain that Red Bull was off the table after sitting down and carefully weighing the 2 possibilities. The Sauber Audi argument is obvious. It will become a works team. Audi has been successful in every racing competition it has entered, and Sainz can look forward to a long-term, well-paid contract with a leading manufacturer. This might lead to more exciting chances in the future, but the fact that the team is currently Sauber until 2026 is not ideal. Next to that, it had a very poor Monaco Grand Prix weekend, leaving it as the only pointless team in 2024 after Williams and Alex Albon finished 9th. A timely result for that team in its bid to back up its convincing pitches to the Sainz camp with some meaningful on-track action. There is just enough uncertainty about Audi as a racing team and a new engine manufacturer to make the case less persuasive, which is why Williams is seriously considered. It's not only about the latest outcomes and short-term hopes. Sainz needs to determine the greatest match for him and his medium-term goals. Now that the Perez deal is finalised, Sainz is expected to make a quick decision, barring any last-minute twists in an already dramatic, silly season. And Sky Sports analyst David Croft feels that securing Williams' services starting next season would be a major coup for the Grove-based team, with a collaboration with Alex Albon demonstrating the savvy of team principal James Vowles. Can Williams get Carlos Sainz? The answer to it is yes, especially now that time is running out for the Spaniard. What do you think? However, if Sainz were to join Albon at Williams starting next year, Croft had high praise for the quality of the partnership, as well as an explanation for the 29-year-old's current circumstances. Arguably the strongest driver lineup that Williams have had in my time commentating on Formula 1, quite frankly, Croft said when the possibility of a Sainz-Albon duo at Williams was put to him next season, should it come to pass. I think it would be fantastic. James Vowles is a very, very inspiring person. He has a strategy, as you would expect for a man that ran the strategy at Mercedes for so many years successfully. He knows that nothing is going to happen overnight. It's going to take a little while, and he is selling a dream. He sold a dream to Alex Albon. Not just him. I think Alex also has a lot of faith in that Mercedes power unit for 2026. And can he get Carlos Sainz? Well, the answer to that is yes, he can. It's not about money. I spoke to the Sainz camp on this one, and he's got a decision. Audi or Williams. There's no deadline from Audi. That has been reported, but it's not true. He didn't have to make his mind up by the end of May. It's not about money. It's about where Carlos sees the vision for the future. So do you put your faith in a brand new project that you know is an entity that has been successful in world motorsport on many occasions in the past, but not in Formula One? Or do you put your faith in a rather more known entity that has been successful in F1, but has been in very much lean times over the last few years? Personally, hand on heart, I think he'll go to Williams. I think that is where Carlos Sainz is heading because he can see what's in front of him with Williams. He probably can't see the Audi vision at the moment because there's not much to tell. They haven't taken over at Sauber, they are building power units, but that's it. And if James Vowles gets him, then fair play to James Vowles. Last year I said he was my team principal of the year. I might have to put him in the shortlist for 2024 as well, because that would be a major coup and a brilliant driver lineup that could power that team for many years to come. Croft finished by adding that Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon would form a very powerful roster that could lead the squad into the future. Valtteri Bottas has previously been linked with Williams. But let's not count out the Audi project either, as they will become a full works team, which is also tempting. And with Sainz only being 29 years old, he could also become the driver spearheading a newly entering team, creating a legacy there. And with the Audi project in mind, Sauber team representative Alessandro Alunni Bravi revealed that they are looking for the best available driver partnership, with one half already secured. Sauber has confirmed the acquisition of Nico Hülkenberg, who will join the team from Haas in time for the 2025 Formula One season. Sauber, on the other hand, is still to decide who will be his teammate next season. At the Monaco Grand Prix, Alunni Bravi told the media that the team wanted the very best drivers available to lay the groundwork for the Audi era beginning in 2026. "We say that we want to try to have the best pair of drivers available in the market," stated Alunni Bravi. "It's not just depending on our team, it's depending of course on the availabilities, depending on many factors. We have seen that the market is quite fluid, and each day we see in the press, new names and new combinations. So I think the target is to have the very best drivers available for us for a long-term project like the Audi F1 team project. And with that goal in mind, there is no need to rush to complete the driver lineup." Asked if there is a deadline for a decision to be made, Alunni Bravi replied, "Not a deadline. We have a target that I think we need to try to find the very best option." Sainz's approach is similar to Sauber's in that he is not setting any timelines for himself to determine his next home after F1 2025. In an interview, Sainz stated, "I think everyone depends on everyone in the driver market. Formula One is a circle. I haven't made my mind up yet and I don't know I'm going to be racing next year. I also haven't set any deadlines. I can establish that it's an important decision at this stage of my career, that when I have options on the table, I want to take the right one and think about it carefully because I'm about to turn 30 this year and I want to make the next project work and see how it goes. I'm going to give myself as much time as I need." Where do you think Sainz will end up? I'm thinking he will take up the Williams deal. The noise around the 2026 Mercedes engine seems to be the real deal, and with Vowles and Albon there, they could really create something for the future. And let's not forget the rumours of Newey returning to Williams. That would create it an immediate championship contender. So, Williams or Audi? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below.